jumping headfirst to the audience. You need to trust the riggers. It's head down toward the audience in the seats. So it was a great magic moment, but the first time I done it, it was very stressful. Hi everybody, this is Kat and this is what I do.
What's your full name?
My name is Catherine Audy.
What's your main discipline?
My main discipline is aerial strap duo.
Other disciplines?
I do also hand-to-hand and banquine. So I'm an acrobat on the floor and in the air.
How did you get into circus?
I'm from Quebec, so there was a circus school in the city, and my parents were giving me every sport since I was very young. Just before circus, I was doing climbing, and then there was a climbing school just beside the circus school. And then I started circus when I was 12, and I said to my parents, that's it, I don't want to do any other sports. Circus is the thing now. It's my passion now.
How many countries have you been?
I have it on my phone. I have an app that every time I go to a new country, I set it, but I think I'm near 35. Yeah, near 40.
Is being an aerialist help you on your daily life?
I think being an acrobat in general, in the air, but on the floor too, helped me go through life, because let's say there's ice on the floor or, you know, in the winter. For sure, being an acrobat helps not falling. And I feel like I say that to myself so many times in a week. So yeah, I think being an acrobat helps me in a daily life.
What's your go-to karaoke song?
My go-to karaoke song is Zombie from the Cranberries. It's like every time there is this song, I have to sing. It's my song.
The scariest thing you ever done in a show?
When I was on Cavalia, so 13 years ago, we were still in school when we were in Cavalia, I did a fifth bungee. So there was 4 bungee on stage, and there was a fifth bungee which was very kind of like near the audience, and the fifth bungee was jumping head first to the audience. So the first time I jumped, you need to trust the riggers, you need to trust the bungees, because it's head down, head first toward the audience in the seats. So this took me an hour to jump the first time, and I'm not scared of heights. I love heights, but that jump I remember took me a while. Yeah, you have like a little tissue. Everybody signed their autograph on the tissue, and you jump, and then you just give it to an audience in the crowd. So it was a great magic moment, but the first time I done it, it was very stressful.
What's your favorite pizza topping?
Oh la la, so many. I will go with pepperoni.
Do you have a pre-show routine?
So my act on Ovo, I start under the stage. It's kind of a low stage, so you kind of have to be like sitting, and then I always have a tough skin and rosin to put on my both wrists and 2 ankles, and I always have 2 sips of water, and I have to have my water bottle, because sometimes the smoke on stage is very harsh for the throat, so I love to have like just a little hydration just before my act. So it's like 2 sips of water, and then I go up on stage. Always 2 sips, not 1, not 3.
What's your most memorable experience on tour?
Oh my God, there's so many memorable experience on tour. Because I'm on an arena show with Cirque du Soleil, we change city every week, and we do around 300 shows a year, so there's a lot of cities. So every week there's a different vibe, like in the last year, we changed country every week because we were in Europe. It was a lot of experience there. But the things that are memorable, we went to Saudi Arabia. I was really expecting something that it was not there. As a woman, I thought it would be very hard and stuff, but it was very nicer than I expected. We had a very good time there. It was a big memories for me because it was something that I would never expect to go as a tourist, obviously, but even as a worker, it was a memorable experience.
Your worst experience on tour?
The whole tour, we had a very hard experience in Cairo in Egypt. The funny thing is, Egypt, when you go south of Egypt, is beautiful. There's like Luxor and there's other cities, but Cairo, it was very hard. It was the promoter there it's a different culture. The Egyptians are very hard to work with, so I think it was a hard experience there. Yeah.
What's the last book you read?
The last book I read, it's called It Ends With Us, and there's a movie that's gonna come out this month, I think, and the second book, It Starts With Us. It's a very, very good book. I read it in 3 days.
What's the best show you ever saw?
Actually, 2 weeks ago, we were in New York, and I saw Sleep No More, and I loved it. It's a show, it's an experience, it's a mix of everything, theater, dance, immersive show, and then I love that you are your own character too. Like, you can have a completely different experience from the people that you went to see the show with. So yeah, Sleep No More was one of the nice shows I've seen.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
5 years from now, the question. I'm in a phase right now, so I've been touring for the last 10 years with Cirque du Soleil, so it's been a long time I'm on the road, but I think with my husband now we want to spend more time together. But is it going to be on his tour? Maybe on mine, but it's going to be maybe less shows than now.
What's underrated in the circus?
I mean, a lot of people know that touring is hard to be away from your family, and the kind of tour that I do, it's you're away very often and for a very long period of time. I think people know, but I don't think they know how much it's hard, even if it's beautiful to be on tour and to travel the world and everything. But it's not only always easy to travel all the time and to be only with your suitcases. I'm very not often home. I really live in my suitcase.
What did you do before coming here?
I was actually doing my suitcase because I take a plane tonight. So I was doing my last little things to do in the apartment before I leave tonight.
What will you do after?
I will go back, close my suitcase, and I will go to the airport because my flight is in a few hours.
Any upcoming project?
Well, now I'm on OVO, but I take a little break on OVO, and my husband's company, Back Pocket, I'm gonna work maybe a little bit with him to help him with his new creation. It's gonna start in January 2025, so I'm gonna probably help with his company in Brussels.